If you're in the heavy duty trucking industry, you want to do more freight, more service, more parts, and more inspections, whatever your business you are in. And oftentimes that means preventatively inspecting commercial assets. And if you're talking about inspections, there is no one better than my very special guest, Mike Dickinson. Mike serves as the executive officer for Dickinson Fleet Services, a technology and maintenance firm operating nearly 1,000 service trucks across the United States. He's also a good friend of mine. But before we get to Mike, check this out. Mike, thank you so much for joining me today.
You bet, Matt. Thanks for having me.
So Mike, let me ask you something. How did you get into maintenance?
So 24 years ago, my family had an opportunity to acquire 3 large service centers from a leasing company, one in Atlanta, one in Indianapolis, and one just outside of Philadelphia in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And overnight made those a family-owned independent truck repair center, and started selling maintenance in those local markets, and opportunistically grew for the first 20 years that we were in business. Started to grow with either customers or employees. Had our first mobile service truck outside of one of our core markets down in Central Florida. Had a mechanic that came to me in Atlanta, said that he needed to move to Orlando to go take care of his family. I'd gone to school at UCF and knocked on a few doors down there and put him in a mobile truck. And one truck led to 5 trucks, which led to a branch. And next thing we know, we've got customers saying, "Hey, can you do the same thing in Tampa?" So we put a mobile truck in Tampa, led to 5 trucks, and led to a branch, and just started dotting the map with that kind of opportunistic growth with mobile techs and customers.
What I love about that is your story is remarkably similar to my own. So you're a second generation maintenance guy. That's same with mine. And so full disclosure for the people who are watching at home, I was a former Dickinson guy. You guys had acquired my organization, Outsourced Fleet Services, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. So it was a pleasure working with you, and I'm excited to have a chance to talk about the problems that Dickinson Fleet Services solves. So tell me, Mike, what are some of the problems that Dickinson Fleet Services can solve for their customers?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, Matt, is ensuring that we're putting safe, compliant vehicles on the road. Our technicians are trained and focused on safe quality repairs. So making sure that the inspections that we're doing are the vehicles are compliant and they're putting safe vehicles on the road. And then secondarily, visibility to that compliance and the spend through our our WebWrench portal provides visibility to our customers' compliance, whether it's DOT or PM inspection. And then from a spend standpoint, whether it's by unit, by branch, by region, by company, we can provide a lot of visibility and transparency to the spend and to compliance.
Well, talking about like some of the offerings, so Dickinson has probably the largest mobile service fleet that's in North America, be my guess. But ultimately, you have roughly about 1,000 assets that are out there driving PMs and inspections. And so when we're talking about inspections, it gets me thinking about the mechanic shortage. So we've been experiencing this for at least a decade now, and you got to do your inspections. So can you tell me how Dickinson is addressing the mechanic shortage we have in the United States?
Yeah, so a couple ways. First and foremost, with the mechanics that we have, we want to make sure we're doing all we can to retain them. And so, we've recently been acquired by Cox Automotive, and the Cox family is just an amazing company, very dynamic, just an amazing infrastructure, very employee experience focused. And so, we've been able to expend not just best in class benefits, but world-class benefits now to our technician base. So whether it's PTO or 100% 401k match or an amazing benefit plan, we're doing all we can to ensure that the current technicians that we have, their employee experience is the absolute best it possibly can be.
Absolutely.
And secondarily, it's recruiting new technicians to the industry. It's an aging workforce, and the number of technicians that are leaving does not match the number of technicians that are coming in. So we recognize that we need to do something to address that. And so a couple of years ago, we started up our own academy, which we call Fleet Tech.
Okay.
And, brought on a gentleman by the name of Terry Rivers to run that for us. And, Terry is just a wealth of knowledge and along with an outside partner, developed the curriculum for us.
Yeah.
And so we're bringing, groups of 8 to 10 technicians in over a 6 to 8 week period. Today we have one Fleet Tech Academy in Indianapolis. By the end of this year, we'll have a second one in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and hopefully by the end of 22, we'll have a third location in Atlanta. So, our goal is to bring, guys or gals in that have some type of mechanical aptitude, maybe not necessarily, real work experience, but some type of aptitude to be able to pick up, the curriculum that we're training them. They come in, they spend 8 weeks, we pay them, we house them, we feed them over that 8 week period. And they leave with 2 ASE certifications, a full set of tools, and then they go into a 2-year apprenticeship program in the field, either in one of our branches, one of our captive shops, or in a mobile truck, working alongside, one of our master mechanics. And they come back. We have continuous education for them throughout that 2-year training period. And then, they're in the workforce. And so we're really excited about where it's gone. We've seen some amazing results. We had a bit of a pause on it last year with the COVID challenges and bringing people into Indianapolis, but we're back up and running. We've already put a class through in 2021 and have our second class going already. So great thing.
That's incredible. No, so I've had a chance to actually visit the Fleet Tech Academy in Indianapolis. And for anybody in the fleet industry, if you get a chance and you're in Indy, reach out to some of the folks at Dickinson. That is such an amazing setup. It's like an NFL style locker room. And part of the challenge we have is making people proud and excited about this profession and what you've built in that place, not just with kind of world-class trainers and Terry Rivers, but making an environment where people can learn this industry. It's amazing. So if people want to learn more about the Academy, where can they go to check that out?
Yeah, appreciate it. So our website, DickinsonFleetServices.com, at the bottom of the page, there's at the bottom of the homepage, there's a link to our Fleet Tech Academy, and they can learn more about the Fleet Tech Academy. And then there's a link on that page to apply if there's interest in joining that. So we've been really excited about the progress. Cox is all in on it and are investing in that. As I said, we'll have a second academy by the end of this year in Phoenix, and hopefully by sometime in 22, a third academy in Atlanta.
That's beautiful. Now, hold on. I'm getting word I have to go to my our sponsor for today. So just give me one moment. I'm just going to read this copy. Today's program is brought to you by Stumps.com, the leading provider of internet-based stump solutions. People don't have time to go to the lumber yard. They have businesses to grow, customers to care for, and lives to live. They use Stumps.com. Discounted tree stumps for any event, any room, and any time, right from the convenience of your computer. All the amazing services of a full-line stump dealer, only cheaper. Get our special program offer, a 4-week trial, a stump-themed hat, and a digital high five. Go to stumps.com/not-a-real-ad and never go stumpless again. Do you ever have a need for stumps, Mike?
I have a need to get rid of them, so maybe they can buy some of my stumps.
That's my understanding. It's a peer-to-peer marketplace for people to exchange stumps. So it's fitting a really good need. We're really excited to have them as a sponsor today. It's really exciting to see what technology is going to do. Now you mentioned Cox Automotive. So it has been an interesting couple of years for you. With the partnership of Cox Automotive, how has that accelerated the business?
Yeah, so as I said, Cox is an amazing company, amazing family-owned business. They've got their Cox Enterprises has 2 divisions: Cox Communications, which is the cable, broadband, internet division, and then Cox Automotive is the division that we're under. And while Cox Automotive is very well known in the light duty industry, passenger cars, I think they touch 3 out of every 5 cars that are sold in America today.
Wow.
And some of the brands under the Cox Automotive umbrella that may be more household names are Manheim Auction, Kelley Blue Book, Autotrader.com. So just an amazing group of portfolio companies under Cox Automotive. They started a mobility division about 1.5 years ago, and they acquired us at the beginning of this year, and really to be the cornerstone of that mobility division, and make sure that we're doing all we can to address the future fleet. And they view future fleet with an acronym ACES: autonomous, electric, or autonomous, connected, electric, and shared.
Absolutely.
And really from a shared standpoint, the vHub solution is really, a big player in that from the trailer side, and Cox and Dickinson feel like that shared piece is a big opportunity for us in the future. But to go back, Cox is just an amazing company, and really want to invest in our team, which will hopefully then translate to an amazing customer experience and continued growth. So today, as you mentioned, we're upwards of actually close to 1,200 mobile service
Oh,
trucks.
dude, that's amazing. That's fantastic.
So it's exciting times, and we have a plan over the next 4.5, 5 years to more than triple the size of our business. Both through organic growth and through that acquisition model that you mentioned. We've closed on 12 acquisitions in the last 10 years. I'm sorry, in the last 4 years. And have plans to continue to do some significant M&A over the next foreseeable future, and then have an amazing organic growth opportunity as we continue to bring technicians into the company.
What I love about that is, at the end of the day, customer buying behavior is changing, and so for some customers, it makes total sense to bring an asset to a shop. But increasingly, customers have that same just-in-time demand for maintenance. And so that mobile service offering gives customers a lot of flexibility in how they maintain their assets. So Mike, hypothetically, let's say that I have a fleet and I wanted to set up a mobile service with Dickinson. Where should I go to learn more about the offering and how I can engage with your organization?
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. So again, our website, dickinsonfleetservices.com. In the upper right-hand corner of the website, there is a service request link that you can go to. That comes actually to me along with 3 or 4 other guys on my team, and we're quick to follow up on those opportunities. There's also our 800 number at the top right-hand corner of that. 855 DFS 411, and you can request service there as well. But really going through that service request link or the contact link in the upper right-hand corner of our website, and providing some information. We have a national team as well as local teams that are quick to follow up, and heck, I may even reach out and follow up on the opportunities. There's so many great things happening in our industry today, and people are looking to outsource maintenance more and more, and find a solution that they whether it's local, regional, or national in scope, find a solution that they can rely on, trust, have consistent pricing, and consistent product, and somebody that's really concerned about safety first and foremost, and we're really become a great solution for a lot of fleets out there.
Oh, Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to share your insights today with us. If people want to learn more about the work that you're doing, where can they find you?
Yeah, so my email address is mdickinson@dickinsonfleet.com. Or again, if you go to the website and hit the contact button, fill out your information, and just in the information at the bottom say, I want Mike Dickinson to call me. I get all those emails, and I'll be quick to call.
And you also have a LinkedIn page, so people can reach out to you through there, I imagine, as well. So
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
well, again,
I'm not a big social media guy, so it's the only social media that I have is LinkedIn. But the company has Facebook and Instagram and sure others, but LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn on a daily basis to see what's going on in our industry, and keep up with all the great things that you're doing, and make sure that I understand what your latest endeavors are. So whether it's for your kids or with vHub or whatever else, it's where I go to get my Matt Leffler updates.
Well, I'm a huge fan, Mike. So I cannot thank you enough for making time to jump on this podcast today, talk about Dickinson, talk about stumps. These are all the things that are making the world move. But at vHub, we're solving problems every day to make sharing assets easier. Whether you rent, lease, or own, see how vHub can help streamline your business. Download our app or find out more at vhubapp.com. Again, today we're joined by Mike Dickinson. Mike, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for making time, my friend.
Oh, Matt, thanks for having me, bud.